What's good? What's good? If you're watching this not live, you might want to go ahead and fast forward a couple minutes in as it's a live stream, and I'm going to let everybody from the private Discord have a chance to get in. Hmm. Oh yeah, I might want to stream or share my screen. There we go. Looking here. What's up, guys? Forex mate and full port shorts. So what I'm watching for here, I'm gonna go to NOS just because I kind of been a little clear on what I'm looking for on NOS. I think we're still drawing up to this area. Um, what the hell's going on outside of my house? Like a fucking dog fighting another dog. Sorry about that. My neighbor's dog's going crazy. So ideally, I'd like to see a push down into um, this imbalance. Oh yeah, what's up, Tommy? And no problem. I stream every day, so just another day. I like this imbalance here, um, but with the news too, we had PPI come out. Um, that's going to cause, obviously, just like yesterday, it's going to cause volatility. So basically, what PPI is just the producer price index. So if it goes down, we can say that price consumers will pay less for goods, right? Which I'm interested to see how it affects the market um, with the numbers that came out yesterday. What's up, Zach? So seems like there's this low right here. If we're like a 5 minute wheel clear, there's this a low, and there's also a 5 minute imbalance. I like this area right here, but I won't force anything. What I'm looking for specifically is price to come into it and get a break with displacement. Um, Main market I'm going to focus on today is NOS. I just like how close we are to these equal highs. It's not set in stone that we got to hit it, but I do like how close we are to that area. Also got that imbalance up there. It seems like price is drawing towards this. So let's put our magnet over here and hopefully this, I'm just kidding. But you can see too, what we want to see with the open is if we're looking for a bullish day, usually you want to see a little bit of a flush at open. I mean, not always. You can definitely have a big push right at open and um, maintain that push. I'm not saying that you always have to have a dip, but we know that we look for raids on liquidity and preferably into an imbalance. Um, I wouldn't really consider this. I'm really paying more attention to the imbalance. We do have this low right here. Um, so more or less, I like the imbalance just because another. Well, I like this area too, but I'll watch both areas. I'm not gonna just set a limit on either or. This actually might be of higher value if we get down that low, and that would lead a bigger impulse move. But we'll see. So coming in the morning just to mark out areas. For me, that would be our sell side liquidity as specific to this range because this is where we really started to move impulsively from. We do have a uh, imbalance here that got left behind, pretty much unscathed. Seems like price reacted to this order block. So we have that area of liquidity, and then this lower time frame pre-market area. Uh, Again, this is not really focusing on liquidity. It's more or less the imbalance itself. So just looking for low time frame breaks of structure with displacement in those zones. I'll take a peek at Bitcoin really quick. Um, this gave with PPI, it gave a sell signal in essence, but I didn't really like how sloppy it was because we came above these highs over here, and you see we have a closure here, but before we didn't have a closure, that massive wick, and then price broke down with displacement. But for me, the risk to reward wasn't really great because the main target would be this low right here because something we reacted to something right there. If not even finding there's really not any way to find an imbalance just that low. So for me, I was looking at it and I was like, okay, well, you know, it's just not always there. I'm not all. You guys know that I'm not always trying to push a narrative of massive risk to reward only, but there is a threshold where you just got to determine okay, is this really worth my risk and my time? Because a lot of times they won't be. I want to say there's any other. I think there's some other news for other currencies today. I could be wrong. Okay, no, that's New Zealand has medium impact. Tomorrow, that's right. So tomorrow, Aussie dollar, or I guess tonight, so to speak. Next session, Aussie has new home sales, and then the pound has GDP tomorrow. So we could see a lot of volatility with the pound dollar. So I want to watch price action here. I'm going to stay attentive to indices. But this actually is interesting. But I do want to monitor the pound dollar tomorrow, or moving into tomorrow. Yep, we reached this high. We talked about this on stream last night. I even was saying, I was like, US 30 moves during Asia session. So we are above that sell side liquidity, getting closer to those potential reversal zones, but nothing saying that we have to reverse here. If anything, if we do start to push down, we have this massive imbalance. So there's going to most likely be some orders remaining there, and then I'm mostly looking for these equal highs. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, you've got this imbalance down here we're pushing into. It's similar setup on NOS, but again, I like NOS's daily a little bit better. It seems like this is reacting pretty heavily. No break of any short-term highs yet. A lot of times you won't see those reversals till coming into London close around 10. But sometimes they happen in the first couple minutes. So I always try to, if I'm going to trade indices on a day, I try to stay pretty much glued to them. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments. Also, it helps me out if you like this video, for real. It really does. I didn't even, I underestimated it. I was never one to like, I always forget to like direct people to like it. But it actually, it's crazy how many more views those videos do get. And also, if you're in the server on Discord, make sure you any messages you put, please put them in the chat for crypto vibes because I won't see them until after the stream. If not, that's the only thing I have open. Rune also from last night. We talked about these equal highs, smacked right into them. Clockwork. Didn't even go under any lows here, so no raid, no trade for me when it comes to indices. It doesn't always have to be the major sell side liquidity, but I need us to at least come under some form of a low. Peep the S&P. I think everything is wants all these equal highs up here. Honestly, might, because I see this divergence here. US 30 actually did hit a low, but I'm not getting a trigger. I don't have any reason to enter, but I do want to keep an eye on that. So now we're rating the buy side. Well, potentially rating, I should say. See how we react in the lower time frames. Because I'm not married to the long narrative. If we do get a short setup, I'd take it, but I would take it with just half risk tolerance, so 0.5% for me. Interesting. There's usually only divergence from one of the three sisters of the between the Dow, the Nasdaq, and S&P. But it's weird. SPY hasn't done anything. It hasn't made a lower low or a high yet. NOS has made a higher high, and US 30's made a lower low. But that, I mean, it is PPI day, so kind of take it with that grain of salt. The Dow, I know the Dow can, where it has some of the biggest companies in the country, it can shift really fast depending on major economic numbers. The price seems to be moving off this high right now. And good morning, easy. And yeah, I appreciate that, Tommy. You heard the man. Also, I'm gonna start making more videos on YouTube that aren't streams. I just stream so much that sometimes I forget to make any videos. So if you guys have any suggestions, throw them in the comments. Message me however you want to get to me, but definitely some suggestions would be dope. So that way I know what would help you guys the most. Somebody's little one got the phone. The kid's about to take a trade on your port, bro.
My bad, dude.
Oh, you're totally fine. It's funny. I know how it goes. My daughter, whenever I'm streaming, sometimes I'll be like, "All right, Dad's got to work unless it's really important. Don't come in here." And then like 5 minutes into the stream, she'll be like, "Dad," like over here to the side, and she's like showing me some of one of her toys. She's like, "It's important." Like, baby, it's not an emergency. Or I'll tell her it's an emergency. She's bad about crying, well, she's like, it's an emergency. And I'm like, wait, what's up? What's up? And it's like something like totally not an emergency. What's good old corn doing? Yeah. So I don't really see anything interesting on much of anything. It's actually, I mean, we got our little PPI pump, but not really seeing a clear direction personally. In the Dow, that was maybe a setup. Let's see if it. And again, the thing with this right here, it's like yes, we rated liquidity into an imbalance. Um, First of all, yeah, I don't really see any entry. You know what I mean? I don't see a break of any high. I mean, we could consider all this highs. You know, if anything, if we would have broke right above those little highs with displacement and not got pushed down, that would have told me that there's probably some orders left behind. But I don't see anything of interest. One thing I was actually talking to a friend that just started trading recently, and I think once you start trading full time, or like once you start trading sessions, you're getting a little bit more advanced and professional with it. I think that you like instill in your brain that like when it's New York session, it's New York Open, got to take a trade. Like we're looking for a trade, and you're like, if you come into the market with that mindset, you will find a trade. I promise you. It's crazy what the human brain is capable of. It will literally morph um, data that the market's giving you into whatever data supports your own narrative. So being objective is key. And like for instance, when I'm looking at this right now, I could see potential moves. Like I can US 30 if anything is giving me more vibes, but I'm looking at like it's not really my model. It's not my entry, and I don't really the target's not it's right here, so it's just not there for me yet. So again, no highs or lows rated on S&P. Nasdaq kind of rated the high, but didn't really get any kind of break of structure in the 1 minute. Seems like we just came down and reacted to the upside, leaving imbalances. Um, and I'm so whenever we go over supply and demand, we're using internal structure to confirm supply and demand zones. I look at whenever I'm looking for a shift, like a lower time from entry. I look for that a little differently because I had some questions. People were saying like, okay, well, how is this a choach? And I'm not looking necessarily for a choach all the time. That definitely will give you more confluence if that occurs, but more or less what I'm looking for is just any high or low to be invalidated. So, for instance, like um, in this situation, we could look at this. Actually, do we clear the high? Yeah. So in this situation, since we were bullish already, you guys that are in the private server know how we do internal structure is a little more aggressive if it's pro trend. For instance, if I'm you know pro trend and it's bullish, and I have like one, like say we're high or low and high, low, high. Um, let's say I'm trying to think of how to draw this. It might be easier just to show you. Um, let's just say like on this example, um, see how did it? Oh, these are equal. Well, let's just say this candle right here was lower, this down candle. So we had like a move and then a small pullback. If this was lower, theoretically, after we take the high again, we could move the low up to here for a change of character on a low time frame. And that's just the way I do it. It's a little more aggressive. Some people argue it, but I know it works for me. But when I'm looking for a shift, trying to play a liquidity rate, that to me isn't really going to be a low because the candle next to it wasn't higher than it. Like for me, any candle like this is a low, right? This is a low. This would be a high. This is a high. If we pivoted right here and started to move up, and this price action right here stayed the same, that would be a low. You see what I mean? Um, so it is a little different for me the way I map out internal structure for change of character and just overall market structure, and then also a shift in market structure. I'm trying to think of different words to use because I don't want to confuse people. I hope that made sense. If it didn't, ask me in the comments and I'll explain it again or in chat. Also, what's up, Matto from the Discord? I just now saw that it's 11 p.m. there. Is that where's Australia? Probably. I'm guessing. Korea. Oh shit. Okay. Yeah, I've seen a lot of. I was watching my buddy. He like wants to move to um, South Korea, and I was like uh, watching a shitload of videos on just like how clean the cities are and stuff. Like it was. I can't remember if it was the capital or if it was a different city, but it was crazy. It was so much nicer than America, which is a lot of places, but. Bitcoin really needs to get a closure up here if we want like more of a healthy move down. But if we don't get a closure and we just kind of like keep staying under this high, we could see a flush. And then I was also peeping a potential little three drives narrative, but it's there. I mean, I guess this would be the form of the beginning of distribution. Um, I think the early shorts got liquidated here. Everybody wanted to short Bitcoin right there. They had this false perception of resistance, and then price pushed up, took them out, and now above that high, we have this little three drive forming. And again, we had that impulsive break of structure right after the news, push up immediately. Whales sold that pump. Um, Again, nothing really in the 5 minute. We are engineering liquidity down here. All these lows. People are buying here, here, and here. Really, they're buying right here, here, but they're using that as their stop loss. Yeah, still not enough for me on Bitcoin either, really. And this fair value gap holds some kind of interest, but we didn't really break structure um, in the impulse move that resulted from this imbalance. Or I guess I would say the imbalance resulted from the impulse move. But yeah, so if we would have got to break a structure here, like we came under this low, I would probably be looking for a short. But still kind of indecisive. I don't think the market's really shown its hand all the way just yet, but I do see a potential selling narrative building up. It's not there for me yet, though. And whenever we're looking for these liquidity rates, we want a a really big push. We want something that's we talk about displacement a lot, but we want something like a massive just dump into our zone or a pump, whatever we're looking for. S&P rate highs. What's this? This is 43.9. Nope, they're equal. Might get slapped right here, but okay. Also, I just saw this stream chat that you guys posted. My bad, Slim Kim and oh yeah, Hoochie. I'll unmute you. Where you at? My bad, bro. Oh wait, no, you're not muted. Oh, push to talk. Oh, let me see if I can mess with it. Hold on. Can't remember if I have. I don't even know how to do it. Or no, yeah, actually, I don't have the. I can't do it right now. It says you're unmuted and everything. I guess you're doing the push to talk. That's weird that it doesn't work. Maybe if you like delete your app, it might help. Like delete Discord and then like re-download it. Because I had something. It wasn't that. I had some weird problem with something. It was like my streams, but I deleted the web app or the not the web app, the computer app and re-downloaded it. Or if you're on phone, same thing. So I'd like us to leave these equal highs. That'd be nice if we could preserve that. So now US 30 has made a high. I want to see how we react to this. So I'd like this low. Getting closer to 10. Actually holding a lot of viewers lately. More, well, not a lot. I guess a lot for what we've held. It seems like it's been like between 15 and 20 concurrent. So I appreciate the book out of you guys. Um, I'm gonna start putting out a lot more stuff on YouTube. I've been just streaming, but I want to start putting out videos again. Just throw some in the comments or message me, or if you're in the server or if you're in live right now, just unmute your mic. Also, for you guys that are like in I know this sucks, Hoochie. You're probably like fuck because you want to talk. I don't know why it won't let you talk. Um, I'm I'm wondering now if that's why people don't talk because I used to be like, damn, these dudes never freaking talk. If I'm doing like a directed class or something, yeah, I'd appreciate it if you keep the mics muted till we're done. But if any stream like this, like I would rather you guys talk than not talk, always. And also, Blast said couldn't agree with what I just said more. I found that if I look at any stock long enough, I'll find a trade. 9 times out of 10, it does not work. Yeah, no, it's. I swear to you, if you like go into the market with the mindset that you have to find a trade, I promise you, you will find a trade. We might find a trade here in a second on US 30. And what specifically what I'm looking for is us to raid a low, or not raid a break a low with displacement. So for instance, if we start to see this motion, right, push up and then break down, that would be ideal. And I like it. I'd like for us to potentially. Oh, we did make a new high. Bet. Okay. And then again, it goes kind of like these lower time frame 3 drives. Like I know you probably think I'm crazy, but it's 15 second. Price is price. I like to see 1, 2, and that third raid. It's not mandatory to see that, or not raid. I'm sorry, the third drive up in price. But you can see also that each time price is driving up, like the distance, like this move right here, that's like $59, 51. It's decreasing every time. So looks like we're gonna get this move right here. I want to see how we close this candle. If we can close this nicely, and really the next candle too, I want to see an imbalance form, and then I'll look for a sell down into this imbalance. As long as the risk to reward's there. I could probably take it a little lower actually. I forget I was on a lower time frame. So let's see. Look at the 1 hour. Actually, I like that low just because that is this in a premium. Well, move this back to. I'd probably actually take it to the fill of this right here, but I'd take some profits right there. So let me put the. See, I want us to form an imbalance. We're not doing it. We got the move down here, but no imbalance. So no entry for me, not yet, at least. Because if we wanted to confirm that market makers are pushing price down super hard, we want to see a closure down here, and we want to see that imbalance preserved. NOS making new highs as well. So that's exactly why I was saying over here. Which low was it? This right here, because he broke down and got an imbalance, broke the internal low. That's a good example of a trade that somebody would force. You know what I mean? Because like you could rationalize why it's there, but it's really not. It's a shame. I wanted us to push down because for me, there's no entry on a long here. I mean, we literally didn't go into any imbalances, not even on a 5 minute, didn't rate any lows. So unfortunate, but whatever. S&P's clearing out those highs already. Corn moving with them. Not really. Honestly, surprisingly boring for the news today. But it was already priced in, if you ask me, with yesterday's massive fucking rally. What's gold doing? Is it dying yet? This actually could be another scenario as well. I like this right here. Didn't take the low though. For instance, like if we'd have seen this and taken that low, I'd be selling this right now, but we didn't take the low, so. Also got these equal highs right here. That might be, I'm actually gonna set an alert for that level because I don't want to sit here and watch this, but I like the potential gold shorts here. But the problem is the dollar is falling and it's going to continue to fall, I think. So that would cause gold to move up. Well, I mean, unless gold's really just completely dying. Got some relatively equal lows coming up right here. And that is why we did not sell that. Well, I'm speaking too soon. I could. So it could still dump, but I don't like this. So your mom's a hoe. S&P is looking like Bitcoin charts lately. Good morning, Mason. I just now saw that in crypto chat. There's another setup I did want to go over. I think's developing. On where did I find this? I want to see how we react to this imbalance. If we can break structure above here, I'll look for a return down into this area, this imbalance, to take price back up here, somewhere in there. But I think it's still developing as well. That's a Euro JPY, something else I'm watching. Not much for me. And that was another thing I was talking about earlier, the Aussie news. We pushed through this imbalance. Seems like it definitely wants higher. I would look in here. I'm actually going to move this up. Depending on how that news goes tomorrow, we could see a massive fucking run in the Aussie dollar. I know they've been having a lot of news lately. Same with the U.S. USD CAD down here. This is something else we talked about for a while. It reacted to this daily order block. It didn't even get to the imbalance and pushed violently away from it. So this tells me that we're seeking the sell side at this point. Imbalance and order block, we could potentially see, but overall, I could probably see this low getting taken out. If we close this candle here, I'll watch 1 minute price action in this zone, in that 5-minute imbalance. There we go. If it comes back, I'll look for price to dig into this and then break a structure to the upside. But I would not be surprised if it just goes straight to these highs. I did push up and make a little higher high, I think, right there. It did. That's why I didn't really like that short idea right here. I would have gotten stopped already, so that makes me feel better. After don't take an entry, I watch it. I'm like, you better not fucking do what I wanted you to. Can I peep BNB? Sure. Nas has said fuck me, so why not? Oh yeah, it's going for this high right here. Unless it pipped it here. No, yeah, it's going right there. This would be a very high value zone in my opinion for some sells. Anywhere in here. I'll actually set an alert. I need to start watching more cryptos because they are getting to that point. I try with crypto to just to wait. I watch Bitcoin pretty much every day, but I try to wait till we're at those, really pivotal points. I don't know what my brain just made up a word, pivotable. Yep. We were talking about Monero too. It came into our POI. Really mitigated any supply that would, be here, but this to me doesn't really look enticing to sell. On the lower time frames, I would almost look at this like, oh, I don't know actually, because you kind of took these highs out into an imbalance and sold off. Yeah, this actually might not be a bad little sell just right here. Let me see what the risk to reward is. Really would be this low. I wouldn't want to take it lower than that. I haven't entered this yet, so don't degen into it, please. I'll watch the 1 minute and see how we're reacting here. I'm just putting this here for overall just evaluation of risk to reward. It's 2.5 right now. I'd like to see how the 1 minute reacts if we can break down below a low right here with displacement, and then that way I have a little bit of a tighter stop loss. I'm gonna monitor this though. But for BNB, I would I would look for shorts above that high on the daily, but until then you could maybe build longs around that. But I want to see what Bitcoin's doing too. Monero kind of moves on its own, but the idea behind this, the reason I'm looking at this is I just see these relatively equal lows down here. And then we see if we look over here, price came above these relatively equal highs, 5 minute break of structure with displacement or shift in market structure with displacement. So now we're in that fair value gap. We moved pretty harsh into it. So I know that's going to leave a lot of low time frame imbalances that we could see price just react and continue that order flow. But if we can get a breakdown, with displacement in the 1 minute, I'd look for a sell down to the low. So if we can break down, depending on how we close this candle, this might form a low, or really this right here. That's what I'd look for. And then that way we'd be able to bring our stop down a little bit, give us a much better risk to reward. Look at the indices as well. So keep an eye on them. Yeah, it's going. Well, it's nice to have the bias play out at least, I guess, right? It's going to those highs just like we said. And that's why we didn't short US 30. Euro JPY reacted nicely to this zone. Sol juicy. Let's see. I'll take a peep at Sol really quick. I'm gonna pop back in on Monero, probably mid TA, but yeah, I mean, nothing's really changed since the last time for me on a daily. You could still frame, trades around targeting this high, but it's interesting. That's not really a super clear chart to me. We have it seems like it's pushing to the upside, right? So we're looking for these highs. That's what I would venture to look for. But after that, we could come back down for this low unless we form an imbalance, and then that would lead me to a more bullish narrative where I'd probably get involved. But when I don't see a lot of imbalances, um, it's kind of like it discourages me from getting involved because I really limit how much stuff I watch. Come on, excellent. I want excellent to come down for me. I want to see actually on Rune how this is looking. Okay, I like this. So I'm actually going to set an alert for this right here. Would you guys also, something else I thought about, I was thinking about making another Twitter and just making it my trading view alerts because I can webhook it. I don't know if that would be something you guys would like, but I think that'd be pretty cool. Look at UFO. I got you. A bunch of Ponzi's lately have been sending. I've noticed that. Trying to see how. There we go. A ton of Ponzi's have been sending. Is it on TradingView? I think it was on KuCoin, right? Like Rune here sells. Let me look at Monero. I about forgot about it already. So we can break this like we just did, and we can hold maintain close here and form an imbalance. I'd like to participate in this. Nothing yet though. Oh yeah, UFO. Holy shit! Damn! Look at that. We said something about this because like if you notice, it took out all the targets for sure. Equal highs in this imbalance. I wasn't really even super interested in it, but it definitely pulled right to that weekly imbalance. Reacted pretty nicely off this zone too. Also probably some supply on maybe like a daily or 4-hour. You could look at this as well. I don't know actually. I wouldn't really consider that supply. Let's see if this is what we reacted to. Yeah, it's probably what was that 4-hour supply. Cash, it's crazy. Did you grab any? Did you have any of this, ZP? Yeah, it is an insane shitcoin. Shit's how much percent is this? Like hundreds, probably. Yeah, definitely. Let's just look at the numbers. So I think we were like, where were we at? We had to be before this got breached. So I don't know. I'm just gonna mark the candle before it. Oh, never mind. But the whole move is definitely hundreds. Yeah, but Okay, there we go. All right. So now I want to see a move back into this zone. I don't know if the risk reward's even going to have been improved because it moved so fast. It did a little bit. So depending how we close this candle, as long as we can close it and maintain this, I'll look for a sell entry. Can barely see the little mark for the equilibrium, this fair value gap indicator. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go ahead 166.44. I'm gonna try to run and type it as quick as possible. She might go without us, but well, if she does. What are indices doing? Oh wow, look at that. Target met without me, but it's there. This might hold some interest. It's not the cleanest because I mean, to me, I'm just gonna wait for the impulse move to end, and I'll probably look for the first one that's in a premium. I'd actually probably pay attention to this. Oh, and very little UFO. Yeah, that's how it always goes. To be fair, you would have been a madman to to have a lot in that, so don't feel bad. Reacted extremely well to our target though.
Hey Casper,
What's good?
can you go? I know you do it all the time, but can you go over how you determine like a break of structures, a change of character on any time frame or any given time frame?
Yeah, I mean, I can do it real quick, but then there's those videos that are for the since you're in the Discord, you'll have access to those. I can I'll send you a
Yeah.
link to. But for instance, like a break of swing structure is going to be more like these massive moves. You know what I mean? Like when we're looking at swing structure, it's going to be you know, this like right here. Like this would be a price swing. So we had a closure above this high right here. That'd be a break of structure. And then we use change of character or our internal structure to determine when the pullback that we expect after a break of structure will begin. So for instance, um, we had a break of structure here. Our internal structure in this example would be this low right here. So once that got taken, obviously I think we knew at that point that the pullback was starting, but that's how you determine, when the pullback's starting now, also to determine when it's ending. So if we look this, so what created this right here? As soon as that happened, that was telling us that, the expectation now that we're going to push back to the upside and take this high, um, that change of character introduced new demand right there that gave a trading opportunity to catch this move. This was a complex swing because if you see, we didn't follow expectation. The expectation is that, okay, we broke structure once, so now we're bullish. So now we aim to get the higher low and target the highs. But in this example, we can see that price did not, breach this high. So we look to come down and take out any weak lows we made along the way. But that's just a little crash course. There's the playlist. I think it's pinned in lessons. If not, I'll pin it. But that has, how we do internal structure and change the character, or I mean, in swing structure. Sorry, breaks of structure. So we react
So
to
it's
this. Go ahead.
I would say so. It's really kind of like looking at it like a fractal, seeing like the higher time frame break a structure, and then going to your lower time frames to determine where the internal structure is.
Well, no, internal structure on a higher time frame is usually lower time frame swing structure. So, like in this example down here, um, let's say when we broke, let's see right here. I guess I picked this high, but right here we broke down. Let's do this high. When we broke that, that's going to be our swing structure in a 15-minute. So now this would have been our swing structure. So yeah, that's our swing structure on the 15-minute or a 1 hour maybe as well. Sometimes it's more on the 1 hour, but internal structure on a higher time frame is lower time frame swing structure oftentimes. And that's not like a cemented rule, like it doesn't have to be, but that is oftentimes, because like you said, when you're looking at something from a fractal perspective, the 4 hours, is, 1 4 hour candle is 15 or 16 15-minute candles, and one 15-minute candle is 15 1-minute candles. So, each 4 hour candle, or I'm sorry, each 4 hour internal range is going to be a larger range on a, lower time frame data set, because that uh, higher time frame internal range is going to span out over a lot longer, or a lot more candles on like a 15-minute chart.
All right, that makes perfect sense. Thank you.
Oh yeah, no problem. And thanks for the question. It gives me something to talk about. Nobody ever wants to ask anything. So let's see what we're reacting to in here. Yeah, Monero's gone. That's all right. Go ahead and cancel these though. Fucking XMR. It's all right though. Adaliki asked, I entered short at Monero at 167 range. Am I good? Yeah, I mean, you're in profits. So, I mean, I wouldn't just hodl, like take some profits here if you entered higher up. I don't know what your stop loss was, or what was your plan when it was here. I mean, just think like, what was your original plan when you entered? And this will be a good exercise. Like, if you're thinking like, I really didn't have one, then you gotta, that's something you really gotta hammer out, because once money is involved, your emotions are turned on. No matter how good of a trader you are, like as soon as you push that button, as soon as money is actually involved, you start your decision making process is blurred. I don't care how good you are, I don't care how long you've been trading. Once there's money involved, you will make decisions differently. Even the best traders. So that's why the best traders, you got to have a set plan of action. Once, before you push the button, you have to know, like, where am I getting out? Where is this invalidated? How much am I trimming at these levels? Um, and you have to stick to that plan no matter what, because, let's say you get in a trade and price starts to move close to your stop loss, or where, you probably have that feeling sometimes where you want to, get out, right? Or price starts really pushing and you're up and you're like, oh, this is going to go farther. Like the last time I took profits, it went on those emotions, detrimental to your decision making, because you're going to be influenced. I don't know what is wrong. It's like my Discord has stupid problems too. Like right now, it won't let. Like I can tag it. I can go on my phone to tag the crypto roll, but I can't tag on computer. It's so, you guys have probably seen, or maybe you have noticed that like all my at crypto messages are separate. But so whatever. Go ahead and put this out. Probably should have just taken the 5 minute entry, but I didn't really like the way it looked. Looking back for that would have been the entry right there. I've been watching Monero a little bit more recently. Um, I like the way it moves, because the one thing I like about it is it's kind of in its own lane. Like it moves differently than Bitcoin. I mean, the big moves, it'll move, the same, but it's it kind of has its own lane, if you will. Bitcoin is not like too hot here. Not gonna lie to you guys. When's this 4 hour candle? We got another hour. I might start looking for sells soon. Can break down at this and have open up a fair value gap here. I'll look for a sell. Oh, I just now saw this out of Leaky. Yeah, thanks. I was targeting the fair value gap below, by the way, but I've taken partial profit. Yeah, then I would, like, if you get in a trade, and this is something like I catch myself having to, like, if you're in a trade, like, ride that shit, bro. And some people will tell you like, oh, I don't like, if you don't like the way it looks, cut it. I'm a firm uh, believer against that, because once you push the button, like whatever whatever idea you had, you have to just stick with it. I really, I firmly believe that. And it'll also teach you, what it'll do is it will train you to, um, be more selective. Because you know, if you make that promise to yourself or that rule for yourself that like, okay, once you hit that button, you put in your, your take profits and your stop loss, and just it's done. You can't, there's no going back. And once you approach with that mindset, I think it gives you a little bit more accountability with yourself.
Bro, you gotta literally input those values and then go for a fucking walk.
Yeah, exactly. Like, don't even look at shit. Like, really.
Honestly, those have been my best trades when I forget about the trade and I just get the trading view notification.
Hell yeah, always. So this is going to be interesting with NOS. Hasn't really breached all the highs, actually. I forget it. It breached the target we had, but it hasn't breached all these highs. I can still see it drawing up into this imbalance, but they said check mana. Damn, I haven't looked at this in a minute. It's that old TA. Look at you said just hit a 4-hour order block.
Hey Casper, I just noticed. My bad, bro. On the XMR, you were targeting that breaker block or like the order block that failed, so that would then be a breaker block, right?
Let me peep it. Oh, let me finish up this one. And
My
then
bad. I mean,
no,
I
you're
didn't mean
totally
to.
fine. No, you're totally fine. And it actually looks pretty decent for sales. I mean, this where it gets a little sloppy, but I actually might average into this. It's a big 4-hour imbalance below. That would be one of the targets, but overall, I would personally want these lows. But it is kind of counter trend, I will say that. Because if you look on the 4-hour at least, I would say this right here is your swing range. So you kind of move up, you really be catching, because at the end of the day, we already came back down into a what is it? Into a discount. God, my brain's not working. And then we moved impulsively back up. So ideally you would want this high to get taken, but it seems like it's having some trouble here. So could it end up being a complex swing? But if that's the case, yeah, I would target the imbalance and I'd be out most. But I mean, I'd leave some for these lows because if that is the case, these would be considered a weak, and they're also on the daily kind of equal almost. They're not really equal. One of them's lower, but there's going to be liquid. There's going to be stop losses there. So that being said, I might actually go ahead and let me see what this is looking like here. The stop where we're at. I'll just do the high over here. So it's not bad, but for that long of a move, I would like a little bit better risk to reward, to be quite honest. I mean, it meets the requirements though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and get in 50% of the trade here. This is the 4-hour imbalance as well. Higher. as quick as possible. Damn it, it's moving. Well, you guys on stream got a little earlier than everybody else did, but I hate when that happens. That's why a lot of times, sometimes I'll go to signal some of you guys and it just like goes, like it's literally just moving.
Jeez, Bitcoin doing the cha-cha slide, my boy.
Yes, sir. That's what I was saying. I was like, Bitcoin don't look too hot.
I like what you were saying about Monero, bro. That is actually one of the coins it does. It's like on its own fucking time. You'll see the rest of the market shitting and Monero just pumping. Like, what the fuck?
Literally.
But
Yeah.
like you said, I mean, mostly everything is just literally washing with Bitcoin and ETC. I mean, Ethereum. Whatever those two do, it's over.
Yeah, no, 100%. Damn, man, XMR's a bitch though for this. No, I'm just kidding. It hit our target though. I mean, it's
But
always nice to
dirty.
still see the narrative play out. So whatever. But XMR's mom's a hoe.
Oh god.
Yeah, this is. I mean, it went to our target, so you know.
Yo, shout out Adeleki. That boy is up right now.
Hell yeah, yeah, Adeliki, how you doing? I would take. I mean, I don't know how much. Like I said, if you're target. You said you already took partials. That's right. Okay, forgot you did say that. Never mind. So you already took some. Yeah, and then target. Keep your target. So it's your trade's unfolding, man. Happy you got in it. I missorted and waited for the other entry, but it's all right. So now what I'm looking for in Bitcoin is I want to see a 15-minute imbalance form. It's going to take some time here for me, but I guess that 1-minute entry this morning would have been nice. It would have been not the cleanest. I mean, if you held it a little longer than this target, but it's just the stop loss for me was just too high. I'm gonna add mana to the watch list. It's growing. I hate my watch list growing, but I always add stuff that I'm in. Also, for reference, I'm looking to add. I need to put this right here is where I'll add.
Bro, I just think another thing to keep like in consideration when SPY is active, that's literally controlling the entire crypto market.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, I think like SPY is like the granddaddy of everything, but I do notice like NOS and Bitcoin move because where NOS is like the tech index. I noticed that Bitcoin like intraday, not like major stuff, but intraday moves with NOS like a motherfucker. Like notice like NOS like hit that high we talked about, and then just sold the fuck off right when Bitcoin's kind of at a pivotal point. SPY's probably selling off too. Let's see, like SPY isn't selling off that much though. You see what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can feel that. I can feel that.
But it's weird because I mean it's like Bitcoin is a tech. I guess it's tech obviously, so you consider it quote a tech stock. To move with the tech stocks. So here, I mean this is too early to draw this. We need this candle to close before we say it's a fair value gap. But if we have that, I'll look for lower time frame shifts in this zone to sell and get sell opportunities. Same with NOS. If we can get a 15-minute displacement, but we have these equal lows right here, but I'll still watch it. I'm going to set an alert. This. I want Bitcoin. If Bitcoin closed just like this, that'd be ideal. What's gold doing? Yeah. Dude, scalping gold's fun, dude. It really is. Oh, I thought I was on a 15-minute. Damn it. I was gonna say this is a 15-minute. I would have scaled into a 1 and looked for a shift here, but it's by the time the shift occurs, that would be like a TP. I like pairing the 1 minute and the 15-minute a lot with liquidity. Because gold, it has these little ranges it'll move in. Like there's so many liquidity raids on gold. It's just mass fucking manipulation. I swear to God. This would have been a nice trade right here. Did that tick that? No, it didn't. Never mind. That's the shit though that gold does do sometimes. Like it'll go down like right to the liquidity target. You know, like literally right to the low or something, and then turn the fuck around. Like we've seen on the weekly level. It's like what the fuck? Retail winning, huh? Retail just buying with support. Eating. Watch it just go take the highs first and just leave all this down here. That'd be some fuck shit. Also, you said just now saw you said entered Bitcoin at 24.8. Can I leave that again? Just stay with your. I mean, I'd maybe trim if you got a really nice entry. If you went heavy, yeah, trim some. And stops break even. Once a trade goes like really green for you, especially if it's an intraday trade, like don't let that bitch turn to a swing that gets break even for no or a loss. You know what I mean? Like if you know, again, you have your plan, but let's just say you get in a trade and it gets really close to your T. Like let's say you shorted up here and your target was here, but price moves all the way down like right near it. You know, respect your targets and stuff, but at that point, de-risk yourself. You know what I mean? If it's an intraday trade, like don't hold on to it for 3 days for it to come stop you out for a loss. But I always enforce respecting targets though. There are certain things like everything's there's always a gray area, but like let's say Bitcoin's dumping and you're positioned on a long and some other coin hasn't started dumping, at that point yeah, maybe take some profits or cut it. You don't want to be too robotic, and you need to be practical. Dude, the daily on Bitcoin, if we close a day like that, that's not going to be good for, I mean, not overall stuff, but I'd see some retracement because again, it's that that 1 2 3 drive, and you can see again that the expansion, oops, wrong tool. The expansion is decreasing every time, right? It's getting weaker. So 28% move, 18% move, 10% move. So you see it's getting weaker. The impulses are getting slower and slower. So we could say that smart money is possibly distributing their assets here. Had a target for the recent low, taking profit for the next previous target. I mean, if you hit your risk reward and that was your recent low, and like the way I do it, if I leave a runner, I will like leave that runner just for like a crazy target. Like for instance, if like you hit your full target here and you took 80%, you could like I'd just leave it, to be honest. Stops at break even, because especially the way Bitcoin's looking, you already made your money, you hit your target. So you could just kind of let it ride until you really start to see super bullish price action, because this to me looks like we're rating liquidity. Also, with the news today, it's kind of picture perfect. It's like the video I made on this exact stuff. Oh, yeah, I needed to type the but definitely, like I said, you said you've trimmed, but that would be just the most important thing, is that you made sure to trim. Oh yeah, I need to alert the second half. Leave me an imbalance, Bitcoin. I mean, SPY doesn't even look bad. SPY looks like it wants more upside as of now. I mean, if we can get above this high, that'd be nice, because I mean, theoretically, you did get kind of this break of structure down with the displacement here. Yeah, I haven't really seen too much today that, except good old XMR, did exactly what we wanted it to, but without us. But I like Mana. I like this trade. Main reason I liked it was because of this imbalance. Like, yeah, the supply zone, but I liked how it caused a really impulsive move. But other than that, I haven't seen too much I was super interested with. I'm gonna look at some Forex, just see what's up. It's made it up into a premium of this fair value gap. Seems like it's reacting with this equilibrium here. There's no law saying we have to go up into the top of this imbalance. I think I had that wrong. Oh, that was right. I want to see how we react above this high.
I'm looking at a few if you want to check them out.
Oh yeah,
I
give
have
me
a
some.
couple plotted out. I got USD CAD, AUD USD, and NZD USD.
Yeah, I want to play AUD. So really on
I want the
AU.
upside on AUD. I want that daily imbalance right
Yeah,
there.
exactly. They have new home sales tonight coming out. Which usually with, I don't know what it is, but I've noticed that shit moves with that news a lot of the time. So I like that imbalance too. I'm gonna send an alert for when we get into it, but I think it's, I mean, once we get into it, I want to see how we react like on a higher time frame. So I think it's still developing, but I do like the narrative. And if we can get, like, let's say we do something like this and then break down displacement like a 4 hour, that'll, lead me to look for shorts in that area. And I'll target way down here, all these lows. Imbalances along the way, but, and I'll swing it too, because haven't really been watching Forex like intraday as much. So, but I do want to get some exposure to some swings. What was the other one you said? USD CAD. Yeah, I think
Yeah, I'm
USD
looking.
CAD is going down
Yep.
here in this
Yep.
region. It wouldn't be bad. I might actually start looking for sells on this intraday.
I put up the chart yesterday. I was waiting for, if you look at I think it was like an hourly, it had displacement to the downside.
God, this was a clean ass setup.
I wanted
Yeah.
50% of it to come back up, and it did that. It's been moving this morning a lot with the market.
Yeah, this was nice right here, dude. Because look, like it was during kill zone. We rated this high right here. Wonder if it even gave an entry. It looks like it just fucking flew. Oh, well, yeah, no, I did. Took a little bit, but you broke down here. You could have entered really anywhere in this area. I've thought about starting to just look at just like right at EQ, but like not in this scenario, that'd been fire. You could have just took a soul or took a soul. You could have sold or taken a sell anywhere in the premium right here in any of these fair value gaps, and boom, just held it for the move of the session. Your main target would have been over here. Yeah, I like both these setup. Both of these have been moving well too. Like they're like, it's, something's involved. You can tell when you're just looking at the chart. Man, I come up to our, no, I didn't, not yet. That's an alert. Somebody said XMR took 50%, might re-enter. Damn, everybody got in but me, huh? I wouldn't do I wouldn't re-enter at those limits personally. I mean, do you? But for me, I mean, I don't know. Actually, it could end up, because this fair value gap could hold some interest. But to me, it looks like a lot of this sell side's getting removed, and we could maybe go up into these highs. And it's a stretch, but if we could get like, yeah, no, if we would have broke this high, a little more like this is enough displacement. If we broke the high right here, I would actually probably look for a buy back up into this high up here. The reason being is because, for one, I think this looks almost like it's kind of absorbing this supply. It's not really getting mass. I mean, we did get a break structure to the downside over here actually. I mean, it's feasible because we have this fair value gap. Oops. You have that in there. I would just, if you're gonna do it, like, I wouldn't set a limit. I would just watch the 1 minute for a raid, like maybe of this high right here into that fair value gap, and then watch the 1 minute, to break down. I mean, that actually wouldn't be terrible, to be honest. If XMR moves, I mean, it seems like it moves pretty clean. Maybe, I'm not sure how because a lot of crypto, I have noticed that the 1 minute, it's just not efficient sometimes. I will say, like, and when I say that, I don't mean that the price action is not necessarily respected, but it just does what XMR did. It just leaves you. Bitcoin, I like the 1 minute. for liquidity raids, but 5-minute on some coins seems to be the move. Also, you've got a lot of trend line liquidity forming right here, and you still have that daily imbalance that hasn't been. Oh wait, never mind. I already did get filled. My bad. I just saw that it was above. I'll take that off. Yeah, I mean, it's feasible. I wouldn't set limits though, personally. I'll set an alert for the fair value gap and just watch it. I actually have to head out of the house here in a little bit. But I'll attempt to keep an eye on it. There we go. Okay, so now that Bitcoin formed that gives us something to frame trades around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set an alert right here. And when price goes into that imbalance, I will look for low time frame break structure. The same thing we're looking at here. I look for that on a 1 minute. I just realized we've been on way longer today than usual.
Yeah, the stock market's about to pull back heavy.
Yeah, I could see it for sure. Oh yeah, we're about to get to everything finally. Watch though, it'll just fucking dump. What is Dirty 30 doing?
I was just trading Tesla. That shit was nerve wracking.
Just complete silence, staring.
Oh yeah, it was complete silence, extreme focus, no blinking. I started blinking when I sold my puts.
You know, I actually might take a S&P sell here. Somebody actually just asked me a question on Twitter that so they said you're bearish right now when I posted this. Um, that doesn't mean I'm bearish. I mean, like define bearish. You know what I mean? Like, does that mean I'm like, oh, 15-minute break structure, we're going 18K? Like, no. But like, it means that I could see a move down intraday. Yeah, so um, that level was fucking pico. And that's why I picked the lower high. I mean, I don't think we'll probably end up still clearing this, but that's why I always pick the first one. If they have these set of relatively equal highs, I just look at the first one. I don't try to be greedy because you look, we didn't even meet the second one. But that shit smacked. Literally, the high was 13,555. Target's 13,551. So, mana doing that thing, or not as much. Trading views, like, they make so much money off people and they can't even, they have like the jankiest alert system I've ever seen. I also like this. Well, at least our target was met. It's probably going for these lows right here. If we can find that lower amount, ideal. Trading view overload. No, it's my internet. I swear, man. Like, I don't know. My luck with, like, I have Ethernet and it's a gig internet, but my luck with connection, or maybe I just notice it more because I live stream so much, but so fucking inconsistent. And yeah, ZP, everybody's always like bullish or bearish, and it's like, I mean, I get it. I get what people are asking. Like, I'm just more concerned with like where I think today is going. You know what I mean? Like, where do I think today's price action um, is going to end up? That's more or less what I'm looking for. Oh, actually, this might be a nice little sell opportunity as well. I want this down here. Yeah, I like these as well. Get him alert. At least some action on crypto today, just nothing on indices for me yet. I don't really keep much. I don't do my Binance as much anymore, so well, it's a trade. I'd rather have gotten some on Bitcoin. That's all I can really trade, or ETH, with volume at least. Let's see, this is what I was going for. Yeah, went right for those lows, it looks like. And this is what I was talking about in last night's stream. And this could continue down here for sure, but I wouldn't be surprised if, you take out these lows and then you retrace just a little bit, right? So like maybe someone that like shorted yes, this wouldn't be that great of an example except for the lows, but you can see like these lows get taken and then price might move back up and fill the imbalance before coming down. A lot of people get confused by that. They're like, what the fuck? We didn't clear the actual low, but you gotta look at it from a practical standpoint of like, there's orders there. It definitely can go down here, but you can also see, come under there, pip that, kind of come down, then take it out because it's just bouncing between wherever orders are at. That's it. That's all that's going on. So I'll actually go ahead and watch this for gold. Didn't clear the equal highs, so that's okay. Gold leaves them a lot of the times. Watch for potential low time frame break a structure under this low and this fair value gap to just retrace some of this move potentially, but we'll see. So now I want to see how I react under this low inside this imbalance. And also, yeah, thank you for pointing out, man. I like that. I like it.
Gold did that dash I wanted it to do. That shit paid.
Yeah, I was waiting. I wanted it to come above these highs, but gold seems to leave a lot of that. It always is engineering highs or lows and not taking them. I like my potential gold longs here if I can get what I want in the 1 minute, and then but just up into maybe these highs right here.
Yo, I'll go the same way you feel when you're trading Tesla. That's how I feel when I trade Solana. I
Yeah.
feel like
Yo, you see that dot dump yesterday? It was
get
great.
fucked. Yes, sir. That was nice. That was nice.
Yeah, I got out in profits at 9 to
Heidi
9.
got caught Ave too.
Damn. I paper handed my Tesla shorts.
That's all right. That shit,
I left
bro.
$100
That
on the
shit is
table
sketchy.
for short.
That shit is sketchy, bro.
Yo, Moderna pumped to fucking 20% today. Fucking great. Just gonna go to the moon. But the whole stock market's tanking right now, so fuck. Damn it. We should have just market shorted the S&P.
Right? Fuck. Catch myself thinking that a lot of the time. Like I'll like wait for something. Dude, I'm so this is off topic, but when I was moving, like the armrest of my chair got like a dig in it, and it's like coming off, like the little chunk. I'm so fucking pissed off, bro. But no, we should have that was random. Sorry, I was just hitting into it. We should have just market shorted it.
Yeah, this
But it's
kind of
alright.
looked like the UTAD, like I was telling Long Way the other day.
It's something, huh? I like it.
Yeah,
It
if you
could like
look
a 3
at
drive. True. Look at that. I think we'll get an entry though.
this
But
is what I have for the S&P.
I like this imbalance.
Yeah, it's definitely the UTAD. I don't know why I didn't short it longer.
LPSY or LPS or whatever. I don't even know. I know one of them's I think it's LPSY. That's what I think that's what it is.
Here, I'll show you. I put it in chat. The schematic I have.
Yeah, literally everything is let me watch gold. And also I'm probably not gonna, well, I mean you might see a little relief move here, but I probably won't participate. Gold's not giving me anything yet. Okay, I hate when I'm on I thought I was on the 15. I was like, wait, why does this look so fucked up? Um, I like the setup as well for US 30. They're all giving a similar setup. Somebody asked me on Twitter what I think about Anchor. I know it fucking pumped massively. I saw Playboy posting about it. Pumping about it. God damn, it's been a long time since I did see on this. It's like back in March. It's probably going for this imbalance right here. Above a lot of equal highs though. Massive move. That's fucking crazy. This daily close on Bitcoin is gonna, if we close like this, that's not gonna be too hot because it'll be almost looking like a 3 drive on the daily, and I would look for back down into this area right here. Because we went more than 50% of that weekly imbalance too. This is the proper time for people to get wrecked too. Everybody's like FOMOing because they didn't buy the bottom. They're gonna buy up here. Oh, I forgot to post that picture of Anchor for that person.
That boy Glacier Boy is saying the exact same thing. Bro. Shit's funny.
Did he really? Yeah, I think that's literally, we're at that point where everybody's
It's just
FOMOing.
like the SMC trader inside. It's like, why it's up, up, up? Like, you know that, like, you got to know that's just not healthy, bro. And like you said, you got people like they get tired of waiting for the pullback for their entry, and they're just like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna get in here," and then that's when you know it's over.
Yeah, exactly.
We're gonna flip bull in the market for sure.
Say what?
We're gonna be bullish in the market for sure.
What do you mean? Like when? Exactly. Like just overall.
Yeah, though at the level that the S&P's at.
Yeah, I could see these highs like next target, like, and then also all the the inflation numbers, PPI, everything is leading towards. And August is usually right. I think somebody said like August is usually bullish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it's fucking nuts. This could be like on the S&P. It could have just been reaccumulation.
like the entire thing.
Yeah,
That'd be
because
crazy.
so that's what kind of sucks about Wyckoff. You can get distro and reaccumulation confused,
Yeah, because
you
one
know, because
changes to
it'll
the other very quickly.
yeah. So like this on SPY or like on the S&P, this move up where you see like where I had UT, it could have actually just been breaking the auto rally from the selling climax. They're creating a sign of strength and it's retesting the sign of strength and it's just gonna fucking rail to 4303, clear those highs. I wouldn't doubt it. It's fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, I could see that for sure. And also probably still pull into this imbalance overall. I could see some retracement first though. Shit. We've been on here for like 2 hours. I'm gonna hop off here. Setups I'd be watching are the imbalance we went over on Bitcoin and indices. Then I like gold for a potential relief. I'll post if I enter. But yeah. Until tomorrow, I will see you guys later. Peace.